Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your November 2021 mid-month general reading. We are looking at the last 2 weeks of November, and this reading is for the water sign of Cancer. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for taking the time to be here to watch this video. Your likes, shares, subscribes, feedback, all your support. Thank you so much. Yes, my background has changed just temporarily. I'm doing a little bit of traveling right now, although I will be back by the time these post. And it's a bit noisy here. It's always hit and miss when you travel with Airbnbs. Uh, but it's noisy here, so I'm using my headset. So, Cancer, this reading is for you for the last 2 weeks of November 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Cancer. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Cancerian. It's a general reading, so of course it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. Watch all of your signs for any additional insight and perspective. Excuse me. And if you do find that something resonates with you and you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else. We are entering the holiday season, so personal readings do make great gifts. You can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can also see that contact info by clicking on the little description link, that arrow below. And I can usually respond within the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings. And speaking of holidays, those of you who will be celebrating the upcoming holiday of Thanksgiving, I hope you have a lovely, safe, and peaceful holiday. Okay, Cancer. Let's see what the last 2 weeks of November look like for you. I am using the Gilded Tarot. All right, Cancer. We begin with a little difficulty here. The Three of Swords. Heartache, heartbreak, breakups, emotional pain, or disappointment. With the Four of Pentacles, sometimes called the Miser card, it might have something to do with money. The Four of Pentacles represents somebody who's, there's kind of a miser hoarding energy to this, somebody who wants to hold on to what they have because they're afraid of losing, because that's what makes them feel safe. On an emotional level, it can represent feeling, withholding, again, protective, guarded feeling. It's a card that, whether it's actual financial material issues or emotional issues or some combination of both of those, it represents holding on to as much as you can because that's what makes you feel safe and secure. For some of you, it may be that there's been some disappointment or letdown in the financial and material sector of your life. Because of that, you might be kind of keeping that pretty close to yourself. It may be that you're in some financial challenges or difficulty and you find that you have to really tighten the belt, kind of hold on to what money you have, no spontaneous or impulsive spending. On an emotional level, this can represent, feeling emotional pain or heartbreak because somebody is just too closed off. Let's keep pulling here. We have the Star, renewed, restored hope, faith, and optimism. It is one of the wish fulfillment cards, but it represents having faith that if you do everything that's, in your ability to do, that it will pay off for you in some way. Meaning, it shows this woman who's kneeling in a body of water, which is representative of spirit, of universe, of God, God's love. And she's completely emptying her own pitchers of water into that, which represents doing everything you can in the situation on the path that you're on, and trusting that, not holding back, and trusting that what you need will come to you when you need it in the divine timing and orchestration. But it's a card that requires a lot of faith, which is sometimes often difficult in the world we live in today. The Star references like the early Star of Bethlehem, which was a promise that this occurrence has happened. I don't want to get too far off into a specific religious path, but it references the Star of Bethlehem, which was the beginning of the fulfillment of a promise made So it's about hope and faith restored. And in the tarot, this comes after the Tower card, usually after something difficult or challenging happens, because renewed or restored hope, faith, and optimism implies that something difficult has gone before it to make a person doubt or lose hope or lose faith. And here is where something happens that renews and restores that hope, faith, and optimism, because it does look like something difficult or challenging has been happening. We have the Six of Pentacles with the Star, gift giving, gift receiving, sometimes considered the breadcrumb card, but here this feels a little bit like, I don't know if it was Scorpio's reading or not. Um, here I feel like it literally represents gift giving. I feel like somebody will be giving you something, and of course you can always reverse this as well. And we do have two pentacles here too, so it might be that somebody's actually helping you in some kind of concrete, practical, financial way, or directing you in that sense. Because what they're giving, what they're offering, is something that does renew and restore your hope, faith, and optimism, after what looks like dealing with something difficult. Next, we have the Page of Pentacles. Lots of pentacles here. Earth energy, money, finance, property, resources, assets, or again, the things that make us feel safe and secure in life. Pages can represent messages or young people, but they often represent being at the introductory part of a path, the start of a new path, because pages aren't manifestors yet. They're in the process, they're students, they're in the process of gaining knowledge and information and trying to figure out how to use that on the path that they're starting, kind of like being in school. So this could be learning about some practical things, money issues, because this reading has kind of this, I feel like it's money or concrete issues, could be property as well. With the Page of Pentacles is the Wheel of Fortune, divine timing and orchestration. I feel like there's help here, Cancer. Like something has happened. I think for some of you, it feels like it's under the umbrella, the earth energy area of your life, under the umbrella of things that deal with the concrete areas of life. Money, finance, property, resources, assets, job. What that is, of course, this is a general reading, so it's not a personal reading. So for some of you, it might be your work. For some of you, it might be money issues, legal issues, money issues, taxes, maybe, mortgages, property. But I feel like for a lot of you, this touches those areas of your life. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Nine of Wands, sometimes called the Wounded Warrior card. This is somebody who's already been through quite a bit. And here they are up against one more thing. They're almost at the end of a difficult cycle, though, because the Ten of Wands, of course, comes after this, which represents a long-held heavy burden coming to an end. But here, and you may not know that you're close to wrapping up a difficult cycle, but the Nine of Wands can represent feeling, discouraged, despondent, depressed, wondering, do you have what it takes to go on? How do you go on? How do you get through perhaps this unexpected hurdle or obstacle? Pull one more for that. And the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, there you are. So a lot of you might be feeling discouraged, depressed. Something has come up. It's difficult for you. You're wondering how you're going to get through it, if you can get through it, and if so, how. Um, Again, financial and material energy feels quite strong here, but it also feels like there is help specifically around you. That help may come from people you know, like friends or family, or it may come from, a more traditional professional sense. But it feels like there's help here. Let's unpack this just a little bit. Clarify the Nine of Wands. Strength and the High Priestess. Strength is facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities. It also represents taking responsibility, looking at the part you've had to play in what's going on. If it's financial difficulties, perhaps you've made some unwise decision or procrastinated on some things. it takes strength, courage, wisdom, and insight to really look at that and walk through that, but that's also what you gain more of. And the High Priestess is trusting your instincts, trusting your intuition, knowing what decisions you need to make or what you feel are the best decisions, but needing to have the strength to follow that. Okay. I'm feeling like for some of you, again, money, finances here, but I feel like for some of you, you may have made some decisions in the past or procrastinated on something, and there's been some kind of snowball effect, and it's finally come to roost. It's finally come out, and it's something that you have to deal with, which maybe would have been easier to deal with earlier. But I mean, we all can, I think most of us tend to procrastinate from time to time because that's what this feels like for some of you. Like you've made some poor decisions or procrastinated on dealing with something that falls under that umbrella of finances and material, physical structure of life. And now it's something that you have to deal with. Clarify the Three of Swords. Emotional pain, letdown, disappointment. What's that about? Death, final endings, transformations. Judgment, a call to action. What are you going to do? Pretty significant. So it's obvious that there's some major changes happening. Something is ending, something is being completely transformed, or it's completely ending so that something new can begin, because birth always follows death. But there's a complete ending, and then, of course, a transformation happening after that. Judgment is a call to action. It's that point. If it were a courtroom drama, it's that point where you'd be called on the stand to speak for yourself or choose not to. What are you going to do? The consequences and outcome of judgment are pretty final, or at least long lasting, if not permanent. Meaning that whatever you choose to do or say, how you choose to deal with this situation, how you choose to navigate through this situation, is going to be dependent on what the outcome and the results are. So, you're being called to act here, to make decisions, to choose a path, a way of responding and navigating through this. So, what are you going to do? Judgment is sometimes considered the second chance card, meaning that if whatever the situation is, particularly if this has stemmed from or come from your having made a certain set of decisions or procrastinated on stuff, judgment would be a strong implication that how you choose to deal with this now and moving forward can completely change your life path, or could keep you in the same, perhaps negative loop that this is coming from. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Justice. You have justice and judgment both. The reap what you sow card. Again, transparency, honesty, ethics, morality, doing the right thing, because that's going to be the outcome is going to depend on that. This is the reap what you sow card, meaning, it's not about what you wish for, hoped for, wanted, intended, but what you actually choose to do, what you actually choose to say, how you choose to navigate through this. Again, there is this element, and I don't mean to sound maternal or uh, lectury, but it feels like for some of you, there's been some kind of decisions made in the past that has led to this. And so it's about kind of owning up to that and fixing this. And for some of you, this may, because we have judgment and justice both, this may be an actual legal matter, whether it's a criminal matter or financial, material, taxes, mortgage. I don't know. The earth energy area of our life can represent, can cover a lot of different things. So, but it might be an actual legal situation here that needs to be dealt with. And, there's some financial challenges here. Maybe a debt has come home to roost and you have to pay it off or make some kind of payment plan. And you're going to really have to tighten your budget because of that, some big bill or something of that sort. But again, I'm seeing help here. Clarify the star, renewed, restored hope, faith, and optimism. And you can reverse this too. This meaning that it might be someone close to you and not you directly. Could be a partner or a child, adult child, something like that. But it involves you, certainly. We have the Five of Pentacles clarifying the star. So the Five of Pentacles, like the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is that miser card, that holding on to what you have. The Five of Pentacles is insufficiency and lack, not having enough money, resources, feeling shut out, abandoned, rejected. But this is what's clarifying the Star, which is renewed and restored hope, faith, and optimism. Again, there's a path through this, a path out of this, a path through this, and it looks like it's being offered to you in some way. Clarify the Six of Pentacles, which typically means through other human beings, because that's most often how spirit works, through other human beings. And again, this help might be people you actually know or have relationships with, friends, family, or they may be helping direct you to perhaps professionals, especially if this is a legal situation, that could help as well. Clarify the Six of Pentacles, gift giving and receiving. The Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Wow. The two most challenging, difficult. But again, tens represent a cycle ending or coming to full achievement. So this is the end of it. You know, betrayal, exploitation, feeling stabbed in the back, carrying a heavy burden, whatever the worst as imagined is at an end. It's, you know, it's time to kind of lay the burden down, get up, brush yourself off, figure out what you need to do to move through this and beyond it. And this is all clarifying the Six of Pentacles, which is gift giving and gift receiving, or the paying attention to the balance of giving and receiving. Again, I have a very strong feeling that is a person or people around you to help you navigate your way through this. Clarify the Page of Pentacles. And I think you need it too, Cancer. I think this is something you need help to navigate through, especially if it's a legal situation, because that may mean getting, you know, some professional help as well. Clarify Page of Pentacles. Temperance, and the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a teamwork, collaboration, everybody agreeing, okay, this is our common objective or common cause, common goal. So how do we work together in order to achieve this? Compromise, negotiation. It's a teamwork card. Temperance, balance, restoring balance. This is learning how to, this is figuring out what you need to do, gaining knowledge and information, working with other people to restore balance to this situation. And the Wheel of Fortune, it's divine timing and orchestration. Again, I feel like there's help resources here available, offers of help. This is a general reading, Cancer. So while I feel like for the majority of you, if not all of you, this has something to do with or touches the earth energy area of your life, concrete stuff, money, mortgages, finance, business, work. But money, I feel like there's money involved here. There's some trouble and some challenges here, and it may make you feel discouraged, like you don't know how to get through this. If you can get through this, you don't have enough. You don't have enough money. For some of you, it may be that part of this is from maybe some poor decisions in the past or procrastination, and now it's kind of here and it's a problem. But again, I'm also seeing help, offers of help. I don't think this is something you should keep to yourself. I think this is something you should reach out for help for, because it looks like help is available there for you. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but there is a path through this, but it involves other people, accepting help from other people. So let's end with any advice, guidance, messages from Spirit for Cancer for the last 2 weeks of November. The Four of Cups and the Three of Cups, another three. The Three of Cups is group energy as well. It's kindred spirits, close friends, connections, positive connections in your community. And the Four of Cups is an offer being made, but somebody not sure if they should take it or not. I really feel here, like Cancer, that Spirit is directing you to accept any and all help that comes your way, any and all help that is offered to you. in whatever form it's offered to you, because I feel like it's all driven by God's spirit, angels and guides. There's divine timing and orchestration here. Because it feels like something is being offered here, but there's a reluctance and a resistance to take it. But it's coming from, at least in part, by people who love you or people who care about you. So please accept the help. That's what I'm getting pretty strongly. Okay, Cancer, interesting reading. All right, Cancer, that is your reading for the last 2 weeks of November. I hope that you found it useful in some way, helpful in some way. It brought you a little bit of clarity or peace of mind or validation. Again, if any of it resonates with you enough that you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else. Feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can also get that info by clicking on the description link below. Again, a happy Thanksgiving for those of you who are celebrating it. Be safe, have some peace, have a good time. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the December general readings. Until then, take care. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.